It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Cards and the Jaguars, next on Madden NFL 25.
We're looking live at a beautiful fly-in to Everbank Field in Jacksonville. And even if you closed your eyes, Brock, you'd still know exactly where you were by the rallying cry of the Jaguar faithful in the stands. Well, Brock, we saw Week 1 begin on Thursday night, and now two more teams get their season started here on Sunday. He's Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and it is very important, partner, for both teams here that their seasons begin on a strong note.
Yeah, this is the week where I really can't take myself back to that locker room, to Week 1 across the different seasons. And whether it was high school or college or pro, it was the same feeling. Right? It was hope springs eternal. Even though it's the fall and the calendar's turned and it's Week 1, you're so hopeful of what lies ahead.
Ball teed up, Logan Cook after the kick. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners, it's Kyler Murray.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opener, right? Week 1, all has a sense of gratitude. All has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He'll take the option to the right on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Murray. That's caught for the first. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st and 10 from the 41. Now a handoff to Algier. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They give on 2nd to Benson. And that's good for a gain of 5. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down. Play action now, Murray. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. So here comes the Jaguar offense now. Their turn to set out on an opening drive. And bringing them out, a former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. 23. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
And he'll get it up to the 44. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Jaguar first down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. ETN again. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short, so that's 3rd and less than a yard.
Great job. Hey, kill.
Lawrence working from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Hey, go, let's go. Silver.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Called in left side. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
He's on the move. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Escapes the puck, and he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Cam Little to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. On now is Cook to kick this away. Hill now to return it. And look at this return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Arizona offense. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punch, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their second drive. Running back sent in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Benson on the counter. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
He completes it in traffic. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Gets this one to Harrison. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be first down, Arizona. From the red zone now. And the defender comes away with it. That's Jordan Lewis.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. On the move, headed right. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
Hey, run!
They'll give this up the middle to Etienne. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Josh Sweat making the stop. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
11.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Jacksonville in punt formation. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Brings it in at the 12. And he gets his offense some better field position here to start. It's up close to the 30. He picks up 16 on the good return. And it'll be Cardinals football. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. They gave one away on their first drive right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards. Out of the gun. Got him, that's McBride. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Murray on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Benson on 1st and 10. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Sent to the ground by Mason Smith.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
To the air, 3rd and long. Complete over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Now a give, it's Benson headed right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now Murray on the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, it's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Throw on 3rd down. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They'll punch it away again. Blake Gillikin coming back to the field. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. And this was pylon hunting for a moment, but it's over the goal line and out the side of the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
23, 11, Agate.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. So 2nd down coming up.
Take right open.
Now it's Lawrence. Chased out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Hey, Lion.
Now Lawrence. Buys time, rolling right. On the run right, throwing deep. He's got it deep downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. 7-0 is our score. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Now a give. It's ETN headed left. Room inside the 10. Pushes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars pull out in front further, 13-zip. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Little tax on the extra point. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. On now is Cook to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's Benson on the give. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get games like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing now off play action. Flushed out of the... And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. 3 yards on that pickup, but still a mile to go on 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd and long for him here. And the Jaguars are there. He's all down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he's stopped for a net loss on the return. The Jaguars, then running back Travis Etienne, trotting back out to the field. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock, as safety really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Gets this one away from a tough spot, backed up inside the end zone. Collects this at the 35. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be their football. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Rocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So they're left facing 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Murray. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. The Cardinals out for the punt. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. And another mistake for them here. This punt had way too much on it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They're up 2 touchdowns and could make it a 3-score game here. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Sean Murphy-Bunting ranging over for that stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. They send a receiver in motion right. Oh, look at this. They give on the jet sweep. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Finds a seam, left side. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take a 20-zip lead. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars stretch their lead to 21. On now is Cook to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Swim.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. The former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Here's Kyler to throw. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Go.
Here's a handoff for Algier. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. Taken in by Harrison. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Rolling left, buying some time. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Runs it in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals start to fight back with their 1st points of this game. Point after converted from Cardi. And the Cardinals get it back to a 14-point game. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Here's Parker Washington with the return. And look at this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars make it a 3-possession game. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars stretch their lead to 21. On now is Cook to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Out ahead the Cardinals now on offense. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. And he's not going to escape this. The Jags drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Completes this one to Hill. Has a hole left, room to run. Can they catch him? To the 15. He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Cardi with the extra point. And the Cardinals get it back to a 14-point game. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Starting from the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Dukes out a one-stop. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Throwing deep for the end zone. And this is caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars stretch their lead to 21. On now is Cook to kick this away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. The Cardinals offense making its way out. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
Here's 2nd and 11. He beams one deep right side. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. The give now to Benson. No one around. He's got space. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. That pass is complete to McBride. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They're now set for first and 10. From the red zone now. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Another try following the sack. Gets this one to Harrison. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. Jaguars, well, they must be thinking pass here, huh? They're in the dime. Third down coming up. He's got Harrison. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
It'll be a field goal try now for Joshua Carty. A very short kick here from the right hash. Coming off the edge, and it's blocked. Now he's got it inside the 15. It's a foot race. He's at midfield. The 30. He's at the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars get more points to end a lopsided first half. On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars continue piling on to this lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. He'll throw it. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing it just before halftime. He lobs it up, left sideline, looking for a jump play. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up third down. That brings us to our first halftime of the new season. Now we'll send you down I-95 a couple hours to Orlando, depending on traffic. And we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip of the year around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Josh Allen with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Raiders looking to get off to a hot start, and a road win would help them do just that. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Tyreek Hill, a touchdown reception. In the first half, we saw a strong outing from Trevor Lawrence. He was nothing short of amazing, throwing 4 touchdown passes to help push his guys out to a sizable halftime lead. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Huard.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And our team in the truck putting these highlights together, well, they certainly had plenty of touchdowns to choose from. For them, actually. Though the way he's been playing, Brock, you cannot count on him being done reaching that end zone just yet. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Field 10 out. Rip, 23. There we go.
Lawrence now off the play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. Brian Thomas Jr. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars grow the lead coming. All right, looks like they want another look at this one. The play going to be reviewed by our officials, making sure they got this one right. Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting the football, and that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
And his instincts right on for that one. Took a second look at it and ends up changing the call. Here's ETN on first down. Room to run inside the 20. And he has this all the way down to the 17-yard line. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just...
And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. Little tax on the extra point. And the Jaguars grow their lead yet again. On now is Cook to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Another drive coming up for this offense. And they're going to need to play for pride or for something to build on for next week, Brock, because this game seems out of reach, even though we've got a full quarter still to go. And off to Benson to start the drive. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner, stop for just 1 yard.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Wow, wide open here, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Short side option here, he's running left. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They kick the running back in motion. From the 42. Wilson on the slant. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Cardinals first down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Finds him over the middle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it's second down. A give right side. Here's Algier. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
The shot to the end zone. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Washington now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. And all the touchdowns are sure going to catch some eyes around the league, but sure not unexpected for those of us who saw how well he was throwing it back when he got his first couple of scores.
Yeah, and if anything, he's only continued to improve and play better as this defense tried and failed to find any way to slow him down.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Think right.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Forced out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Brought in inside the 20. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars piling onto the scoreboard yet again. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars tack on 7 more to their lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. That count runs their offense. Their first drive of the new campaign netted a field goal. Now let's see if they can bump that up to a touchdown on drive number 2. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They give up the gut to Benson. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Benson. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. The former number 1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Well, I think all quarterbacks have been there before. You start scrambling, you're hoping for something to materialize, and nothing does. You just try to get back to the line, live to play another day, and more importantly, avoid a loss.
The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. On the move, headed right. Now he takes it. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. Trying to work quickly now. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Things looking totally different after that last play. It's 1st and 10 inside the opposing 30. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's on the move. Down the run right. They connect on the deep shot. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars continue adding on to that lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. Power squib kick is taken in. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Now this offense ready to head back out. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll try it right with Benson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
From the gun, it's Murray. Completed over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. This is Benson. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Now a handoff to Algier. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60 plus. The home teams ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together, finding the end zone. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Chased out to his right. That's low and bounces short of his man.
You know, it looked like things fell apart a little bit as he left the pocket, just not on the same page with his targets as they adjusted their routes. And that's really what led to the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Buys time, rolling right. Down the run right, throwing deep down the side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Lawrence throwing here. Getting out to his left. That's caught for the 1st. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. This is the type of performance a former quarterback just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow, and he is dicing them.
Escapes out to the left. He's keeping it. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 47. He sends this one to the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Has it downfield, working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Let's go.
Lawrence to throw it. Forced out to his right. Escapes the pocket. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. On the move, headed right. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
23.
Now Lawrence. He's on the move. And he makes the catch on the sideline. Oh, but they call it out of bounds. This close to 6. 3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Carry here for Bigsby. And he tried to find some room outside, but there was nothing there. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs. 1st and 10. Murray gets this one to Harrison. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Wilson's got it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a Cardinals first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Benson on 1st and 10. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
2nd and 13. That pass is complete to McBride. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. The Cardinals have it, 1 quarter to play in what's been a rough outing for them. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Chased out to his right. He can run it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Kyler to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals making the scoreboard look a touch better. Point after converted from Cardi. And the Cardinals take 7 points off the deficit. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Washington now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion! Hot.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Red on red.
ETN again. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
Hey, go! Here we go.
Throwing from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. He'll wind up and heft it deep right. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And that brings up 4th and long. The Jaguars into punt formation. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. And plenty of hang time on this one. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. It's going to be a punt of 46 yards. And they're going to take over possession. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Escapes the pocket. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Jordan Lewis. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Hey, Ron!
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Caught by the open man. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Forced out to his right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. And how about this, a 600-yard game, Brock? You know firsthand, you got to be close to perfect to even flirt with 500. And he's been that and then some. He's reached a mark that no quarterback has gotten to before.
Rip, 23. We got some high.
From the red zone now. The back grabs it. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Oh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll continue adding to their lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Murray here on first down. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he's tackled for a short gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Murray. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. They'll send out the punting unit. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Hey, kill.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Flush down now to his left. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
Go. Red on red.
Man in motion, headed right. The give here on 2nd. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
Hey.
Lawrence now off the play action. Buying some time right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. And as they keep going to him, he's now across 200 yards in what's become one of the most productive games he's had so far in his career. Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And they take this in for the score. The Jaguars are running them out of the building. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. Another score for him this game. Little able to connect on the point after. And they'll continue adding to their lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Now outruns their offense to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Here's Murray. He's on the move. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Murray escapes the puck. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Another try following the sack. He's got him. That's McBride. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. They'll bring out the punter here. Blake Gillikin will kick it away. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season.
Hey, kill.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. And it falls incomplete. Went for the deep ball there, but just couldn't connect.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
On second down, it's Etienne. And he'll find the space he needs to get this up to the 25-yard line. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
Hey, run. Here we go.
Lawrence in the pistol. That's completed right side. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, first and 10.
Hey, I'm gun. Here we go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence trying for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars throwing 6 more on the blowout. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. The offense getting set to go. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punch, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their second drive. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First and 10, Murray. That's complete to Wilson. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal. Kyler looking to throw. Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Second chance at 6 here. It's second and goal. Back to the air, Murray. And that'll chip away some of this near the end. It's caught for a touchdown. The Cardinals putting up points in a game decided. Cardi with the extra point. And the Cardinals cut into the lead by another point.
Cardinals 31.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Washington now to return. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning.
Easy.
And the drive will start out with a first and 10.
Rip, 23.
They're going play action. Headed out right. He's going deep down this side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
All right, here we go. Dot on red. Go, go.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Got a man. It's Thomas. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Wow, they're going to pass it here. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, you know that line, time is of the essence? It certainly is in the pocket. Not enough time there to let that play develop down the field, and the two were not able to reel it in.
And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
11. Go, go, let's go.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Big gain downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. So the Jaguars come away with a win in this one. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC South rivals. It's the Titans and the Colts, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing Hardy Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice, because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He'll get this one complete there to Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Richardson to throw off play action. Over the middle, complete. That's Warren. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Off play action. Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Richardson looking to throw this. A quick throw there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Richardson back to throw it. That complete to Downs. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter, and what a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know of one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have the pride in what they're doing. This group showed it right there. A big effect on this game.
Now Ward throwing to start the drive. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Ward eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Flushed out right. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the kick from here, a field goal, would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Off play action. Ward. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. So from the 26-yard line, here's a second down and 4. They'll look to throw again. That one's taken in by Spears. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and now it's 3rd and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw again. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Hand off to Spears. And he stopped immediately there. It was... Who made the stop coming off the edge. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Ward buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Sly able to put this one through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Richardson off the play fake. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Richardson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down. Here's Richardson to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Flynn. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. And Richardson looks to throw once more. Got his man. It's Warren. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Now it's Richardson. Touchdown! Michael Pittman from 8 yards out. And the Colts have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. And the point after, good by Groupie. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And that one too wide and incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun. Moore escaping the pressure right. Throw right side caught by Ridley. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Calvin Ridley. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Titans are able to move back in front. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time. A drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Here we go, set.
Now Richardson. And this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Let's go now.
Richardson looking to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. This is taken around the 12. And that'll go as a 57-yard punt with a return of 12. And it'll be Titan football. The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw now on 1st down. It's caught. Lockett. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Operating from the gun, Ward. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Ward. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Back to throw, Ward. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And he missed it. It's no good, and that will keep this a 2-point game.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Through 1 quarter, 9-7 our score. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Ready, set. Ready. Set, go.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time, but lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Titans offense and receiver Calvin Ridley getting ready for this next possession. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He has really thrown the ball well here in this first half. You see the numbers, up over 200 passing yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Looking to throw. Ward. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Ward. Here's a diving catch right side. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, But don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Here's 2nd and 8. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. To throw is Ward from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Sly able to put this one through, and that will push the lead up to 12-7. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Now Richardson going to shift things up. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
This pass left side to Downs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. From the shotgun, Richardson. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 6. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Richardson looking to throw this. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Elijah Molden. And the Titans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Ward throwing to start the drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Ward. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety rolling into position, almost had it, but it's 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Ward work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 38-yard line. Off play action. Ward. That is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's Ward. Off the play fake. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Ward eluding the pressure right. Left side complete to Lockett. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Groupie able to add the PAT. And the lead is now 2. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then tonight and see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete downfield to Okonkwo. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They'll look to throw now on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. They'll look to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Back to throw again. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Calvin Ridley, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have yet again retaken the lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Indy set to go on offense once more. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the option, here's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. And this taken in by Downs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and a couple. Off play action, Richardson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Flynn. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And they'll send the tight end in motion. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Here's Richardson to throw. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Richardson working from the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown, Colts. Josh Downs from 8 yards out. And the Colts have taken the lead. And a point after, good by Groupie. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. This offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Ward now, throwing to start the drive. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Looking to throw. Ward. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Operating from the gun. Ward. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Calvin Ridley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you, because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, shot.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Richardson looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Warren. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Richardson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing on 2nd and long. Richardson. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42. Now it's Richardson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Acrisure Stadium. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Demario Douglas, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Caleb Williams, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Titans offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Back to throw now on first down. And this one is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on that.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Here now, 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Ward. Ridley's got a big game going. Complete to him again. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. More of the same right there. He's up to 15 catches now this ball game alone. And he's got it. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. 2nd and 2. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Calvin Ridley with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Richardson. He'll get this one complete there to Pittman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33. 23 yards the pickup there. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. They work now on 2nd and 9. Richardson looking to throw this. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. On 4th down, on his groupie to try the field goal. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And his kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Well, this offense and their wideout headed back onto the field. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's complete right back to Ridley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Now 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Ward. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. That last catch, a big one, folks. He's now gone over 300 yards receiving in this game. It is a game for the ages. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Looking to throw. Ward. And this one's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throw.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Calvin Ridley from 3 yards out, and they are able to add on to their advantage. 3rd time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And tough to win.
Let's go now.
Field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it
Offside.
makes it that much
Defense.
harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Still first down.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now a give to Taylor. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. That complete to Downs. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. From the gun, it's Taylor. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. And Richardson back to throw it. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Quick throw completed by Richardson. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Colts have cut it back within a score. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Operating from the gun. Ward steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Cockrell holds it in left side. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Back to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. Now Ward operating from the gun. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple. Come up 2nd down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now a first carry for their fullback. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Now a handoff, Taylor with it. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Out of the gun to give to Spears. And this is going to be a Titans 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. To throw is Ward. Throwing on 4th down. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here is Michael Pittman and the rest of this offense getting set for the upcoming drive. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Escapes the defender. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
Down to the 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Groupie able to add the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. That is caught. He's across midfield, and he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On fourth down, Ward. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week one. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Tennessee, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
It's week 1 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Panthers and the Dolphins coming up next.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason. It's all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
The punter and kickoff man Sam Martin to get us started. And we are underway from Miami. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
This week, such an important one for his entire offense, but for him especially. He wants to start this new season off strong. He's got big plans for this year. Wants it to be one where he finishes among the league's best while leading his team to the postseason. A strong opening week is a great start to that and can create momentum that carries over not just to next week, but the next few weeks as well. A rising tide raises all ships, and if he can start this season off strong, his offense will benefit.
Throwing to start here is Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tershawn Wharton Able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
At the 18-yard line.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long.
Go ahead. Out.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Gets by him at the 25. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Young. That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Go ahead.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Third and 2. They'll run for it with Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. In motion, Hill. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Tua. And that's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
In motion, Hill. Play action, now it's Tua. Steps away. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Young escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Young will set to throw. Looking deep downfield. That is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first two drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So after the big play on fourth, here's first and 10. Young to throw it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Young working out of the gun. And his throw is incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To the air once more, Young. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Young to throw on fourth. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy. Quite a decision there on fourth down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points, and following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
All right, come on. Ready.
Tua going to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Ritter to throw it. Flush to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Looking underneath and finding Hubbard. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Ritter back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Going for it on 4th down. It's Ritter. Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. In motion, Hill. On play action, here's Tua. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. but that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Ritter now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Ritter. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That's out to Hill, right side complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Ritter will set up to throw it. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Working from the gun, Ritter. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
He's going to try and go deep again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get one. That's memorable. Two? Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Tua. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home there. 2 on the sack. Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And they just get the play off. Now Young on the move to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The Panthers on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Another catch for him there, and the numbers starting to stack up a bit. He's closing in already on a 100-yard game. We're still in the first half. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Looking to throw, Young. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. Young. That one complete till again. From the 20, here's the 2nd and 9. Straight ahead with Hubbard. Oh, good move. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on 3rd downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Now Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Xavier Legette from 3 yards out. And the Panthers are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. In motion, Hill. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 64 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Young will set to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Young. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. This offense has gone for it 5 times already. They're now going to go for a 6th 4th down try. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. Tua going to throw. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. Now a 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Open man is Waddle, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now this offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And again, it's Tagovailoa. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Now Tua. That is caught. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now. And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans, where you see the final score there. Baker Mayfield, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we get up to the Rocky Mountains to check on the Broncos at home in Denver. And you can see, currently, they trail in that ball game. The Raiders locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Caleb Williams, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. The Dolphins got some strong play out of their quarterback number 1, Tua Tagovailoa. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's up across the... And down at the 28. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Etienne up the middle, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Young to throw it. Rolling to his left. Shrugs him off, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. They'll try to throw now. Young sliding out of the pocket. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. Just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Throwing. Young out to his left. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Young working out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
The play fake, now Young. And he slings one that's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it, but a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Young to throw it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
All right, fellas, listen up.
In motion, Hill. On play action, here's Tua. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. A give, running right, Achane. A little juke. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Running right, here's Achane. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Now here's Young. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Young. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got him in. Complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 85 Panthers get a bit closer.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Here's Tua. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. In motion, Hill. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Tershawn Wharton in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
At the 33-yard line.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Ready. Out with that.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll dump this off to Achane.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. But now there is a penalty marker on the field. So let's see what this is about.
Kicker. Defense.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you give him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Now a toss right side. Achane with it.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
This is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On the toss, here's Achane. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Looking to pass. Tua. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Panthers offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the shotgun, it's Young. Steps away. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Young will set to throw. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Now Achane on 1st and 10 to the 27-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Tua going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Complete to John Smith.
Go ahead.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
Gordon will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third. Now Young. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Young.
It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
To throw, Young. He's going to go up top again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 27 yards.
And the Dolphins are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Young.
And that's going to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, it's Young. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert, and quickly they get to the line. Young now from the 50. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll try to throw now. Young steps away to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Throwing. Young. Flush to his right. Young into the slide, and he's got a first down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Looking to throw. Young rolling to his right. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Bryce Young with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And a lane slow in materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. 2nd and 9. Again, it's Achane. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. And this offense on 3rd down today, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 4. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
44, ready.
On first down, back to Achane. Nifty move. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane. A 23-yard run. And the Dolphins are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Young to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds without getting rid of it. A big, big loss there. And it goes down as a sack as well.